What's up, TGI, FBF? Thank God it's Flat Bill Friday. We are here live, uptown Charlotte. Beautiful day, as you can see, and we have an awesome special guest. He's a buddy. He's a partner at a real estate firm, Jon Wertz, also goes by JonBoy. Thanks for joining us, man.
Absolutely.
And I'm super excited to have Jon with us because, you know, our brand, the brand around Flat Bill Friday is based on three pillars: inspiration, making an impact, and authenticity. And as Jon and I have gotten a chance to know each other, he really embodies all three of those things. And I'd love to share his story, or have him share his story, and at the same time tell you about some really cool, fun stuff that he's got going on as well. So, Jon, thanks again.
Yeah.
And you know, around those three pillars: inspiration, impact, authenticity. Talk to us a little bit about like how you got into real estate, maybe the why.
Sure.
And then how our paths have kind of crossed, intersected.
Sure. Well, basically what happened was I started out as a musician. I was on VH1's The White Rapper Show back in 2007, which led to me having a very successful music career for years. The industry and the economy started to change around the same time, so I wanted to kind of get into something different. So I decided to go into real estate. I felt like real estate and music were very similar. Both are 100% commission. You have to be driven and passionate, and honestly, you do have to inspire, impact, and be genuine and authentic. Otherwise, you'll end up being someone else.
It's that trust factor that you built from day one, right?
It is, you know, and there's a real estate. I seen there was a lot of commonalities. One of them being firms. You know, I've been to about 4 firms in my real estate career, you know, 3 before I came to Costello, and you can really relate them to music labels. It's like you could have a very talented musician, and if they're at the wrong label, their results will show it, versus where if they're at a label that will harness their talents. And that's exactly the situation that I was kind of in before I came to Costello.
Okay.
Once I came to Costello, I felt like I was at the right firm, the right label.
That's honestly my story. I'm obviously not a musician, but in terms of where I thought maybe my talents lied and what I wanted to do, in who I wanted to be both personally and professionally, I kind of felt the same way. And in walking through the doors, I definitely felt that as well. So I've heard some of your music, and it's really, really good. I'm not Simon Cowell or Randy Jackson or any one of those, you know, music critics that has any sort of validity. But I think when I hear something and I think it's pretty good, I think I have a pretty good ear for it. So I've heard your music, and I'm really impressed with a couple songs that you've put out, but one specifically, Be Strong. Talk to us about the message and kind of how that all came to be.
Sure. Well, you know, it originally started, I was pretty much done with music, and then I got a call from the president, you know, John Costello, and he said he found my music, he loved it, and he wanted me to do something special with it. And so I couldn't do anything that I felt wasn't me.
Sure.
So I wanted to do something real estate related for a song that I felt was a part of my story. And my mother was a big time advocate for domestic violence and battered women. We would even have women, you know, show up to our home, and she'd bring them in and you know, get them back on their feet and take care of them. So the story is about a homeless woman named Jade who goes from homelessness to actually having her own home. And because home ownership is one of the most powerful things and one of the most empowering things anybody can have. This is where I live, and we do have homeless people I'm impacted on a daily basis, and that's why it's so so special to me.
That's, man, I can't tell you, like, to get those keys and to feel like something's yours and you own it, it's a powerful emotion and an awesome responsibility. And I've heard the song Be Strong, and how can people get it? How can people find it?
Well, Be Strong isn't released right yet. We just finished a recording, but we will release the song for you to hear before we release it for download and streaming. But it's a beautiful song. I would say give us just a couple more weeks.
Okay, great. Well, I guess that leads us to another thing. There is an awesome song as well called Wavin.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on there?
So since you know, I'm not releasing Be Strong quite so fast, I did come up with a hit single. It's called Wavin. It actually came out today. It's on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Pandora. It's available for download and streaming. You can find it under JonBoy, no H in my name, JonBoy, and it's called Wavin. So go ahead and get that, and I appreciate your support.
Wavin, right?
That's right.
Wavin.
That's right.
I've heard the song probably 20 times at least. It really is. It's awesome. It's fun. And I think it's something that anybody in the family would enjoy jamming out to on a summer day.
Absolutely.
By the pool, at the
Absolutely.
beach, cruising down the road.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, hey man, I can't thank you enough, man. I mean, honestly, what we're trying to do and the impact that we're trying to make within the community and abroad around inspiring people to be themselves, be genuine, be authentic, and doing it in a way where they can hopefully impact themselves, the people they care about, and the people around them. You really embody that, man. So I can't thank you enough for being here and sharing your story. And again, check them out. Wavin, JonBoy. There'll be more great songs to come. Have an awesome weekend. And talk to you next week.
They know I'm getting money 'cause my jewelry says that I'm earning. See, I'm waving.